This is Luke's Dreamworld, Brainfood Monday, part 21. Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I took the topic grief, but as I told you, sometimes we'll talk about different things as well because a lot happened during the past week and I want to tell you about it. But I will start with the quote every day, so I start with a quote about grief now. It's from Veronica Roth. Grief is not as heavy as guilt, but it takes more away from you. Maybe I should have talked about guilt, because I think talking about grief is very hard. I know that it hurts when you lose someone, for example. And this week I looked at a documentary about mindfulness. And someone told that the mindfulness helped her coping with her grief because her son died and she was filled with grief and she couldn't function even. She had such a lot of pain, and that's when she found out that she needed help and she went into therapy, and the therapist told her about mindfulness. And then she learned how to cope with her emotions. I've talked about the now and being in the moment, and that's what mindfulness is trying to accomplish as well, because then you can put your thoughts on what you're doing and where you are now. And when you are thinking about what you're doing now, there is no room for your grief, or there's less room, and the pain is not gonna vanish, but it will lessen. And that's what this woman told about how mindfulness helped her by coping with the pain and the grief. And I thought it was a very inspiring story because you could tell that it was hard. And I know that when you have grief, it will be hard for you as well. I have to admit that I don't have a lot to do with grief, luckily. But maybe that's because how I cope with my emotions as well, because I let them come and look at them and I let them go again. And this is how it works for me, and it's a kind of mindfulness as well. And this is a way you can cope and work with your grief and lessen it. So maybe it can work for you as well. And even like the mindfulness, when you have some problems with your emotions, you could look at it and see if it's something that can help you. Okay, well, this was the story about mindfulness and the woman and a lot of grief and surely a lot of pain as well. And it worked for her, so hopefully it can work for you as well. Tomorrow I will talk about a trip I made on a bicycle with some family I met, and hope to see you tomorrow on the Positive Tuesday. See you there. Bye.